Hi, and welcome to my tutorial. Today I'm going to show you some of my favorite resources to use for students from pre-K through 5th grade. I want to start with the Teachers Pay Teachers website. This is a great resource for teachers even if you're not doing remote learning. These amazing teachers have worked so hard to make these lessons for us, these activities, interactive, printouts, bundles. There's so many resources we can use from Teachers Pay Teachers. This teacher put together this beautiful PDF where you give the students the language and they guess what it is. Now, if you watched my Zoom tutorial, you know that if you're working with your student over Zoom, they can take over with the annotate tool and simply put a circle, underline, or X out the ones that don't belong. This would be a great opportunity for interactive learning. Language, there's so much you can do with this. You can even have your students, if they're old enough, to type something in the think box. Just a lot of opportunity for listening and spoken language with this activity. This teacher did an amazing job with Give It Another Try. So I'm just going to jump straight to the activity. And just so you know, the teachers are always provide instructions on how to use their materials. They're great that way. But I already read the instructions. I'm going to go straight to this activity. And this is a pronoun activity. Who's feeding the ducks? He, she, or they? Sorry, give it another try. You go back. He. Nice job. And it's beautiful how it jumps to the reward. And again, if you've done my Zoom tutorial, you know that you can share the screen and the student can click on the option themselves. Here's another tool that I found on Teachers Pay Teachers. This is a Google document that you can share through Google Drive. However, you can also share it through a Zoom meeting. This is a great opportunity to work on the main idea, but also continue to work on language with our students. You can work on finding words in the passage that the students may not know. You can work on teaching process of elimination. Yes, maybe Tom likes to build holes with his shovel. I don't know if all moms love gardens. But Tom did build Mom a garden for Mother's Day, and that's what the main idea was. Let's move up to the next one. So this one's for older students who are learning about nouns, person, place, thing, and idea. Again, another tool that you can share through Google Drive or in your Zoom meeting and hand over control to your students. The lady, is she a person, a place, or a thing? The students can drag to the correct section. The next one is a mini unit on COVID-19. I know right now our students have a lot of questions. This teacher had a great mini lesson, lesson 1, so she has another lesson attached to it. The beauty about this lesson is that this teacher has videos embedded into her lesson. Again, if you're in a Zoom meeting, don't forget to click share computer audio before sharing the video to make sure your student hears with optimal sound. Next, I'm going to go to another one of my favorite tools. This is called Boom Cards. Boom Cards is an excellent tool that you can use with your students. I know I gave a sample in my intro to Zoom. However, here's my library. I have my library set up with articulation, elementary school, language, and Spanish. I do have students who speak Spanish. So you could just simply add a new folder. You can go to the store and purchase items. But just like Teachers Pay Teachers, some of these amazing teachers have given us a lot of freebies. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick search. English Language Arts, Kindergarten, and here we have it. Newest first. You can go through the decks are probably the best bet because you have a preview of each of the items and you can preview it. So I'm going to go back to my library and just sample a couple of the items that I've purchased. I'll go into articulation. I really enjoy this activity because this activity in particular lets me choose the initial, medial, or final R sounds. And you're working on reindeer. Now again, if your students aren't ready to work on the R sound, it doesn't necessarily have to be used that way. Let's say you're working on your students using longer utterances. We can work on that. Reindeer, just simple vocabulary, lift it up. Nope, you didn't find it. Lift it up. Uh-oh, I didn't find it either. There it is. So, again, what I love about these cards is that you don't have to work exactly on what they're asking you to work on. You can differentiate for each of your students. It's a great opportunity for language. And here, if you're in a Zoom meeting, again, you can give control to your students. I did this with one of my students and they had so much fun trying to guess who got it. So this was a great activity. Now I'm going to move on to EdPuzzle, another one of my favorite resources for remote learning. Here you see they offer mini videos, mini lessons for your students to use. So I'm going to go into my content. I haven't put very much. I'm going to go ahead and work on this one. Again, don't forget to optimize the sound for your students in Zoom. This is a great little video that I use with my students who have great language, but just have a few gaps in their language. For example, the difference between a mug and a cup, a glass, a jug, jars. In EdPuzzle, you can choose to watch the video with the questions, or you can choose to skip the questions. The other beauty about EdPuzzle is that you can edit the videos and insert your own voice based on what you want the student to work on. What I love about EdPuzzle is that it's a one-stop shop. Not only do you have the EdPuzzles, but you have YouTube, Khan Academy, National Geographic, TED Talks, etc. These are all useful for your students. I really enjoy EdPuzzle, and I strongly recommend that you look into it because some of these videos are amazing. The next resource is Epic Books. Epic Books is a great resource to have. This resource has options for you to read the storybooks on your own or to have audiobooks available for your students. You could choose the format. I'm going to go ahead and choose early readers, the language, and only show books with quizzes at the end. Yes. Books is another book resource. What I like about books is that they animate the books. So they're all videos and they're animated, and I love that. It makes it more interactive and more fun. So for example, Chicka Boom, they play it as the song. They also have this resources tab where you can find lesson plans specific to your needs. So for example, let's say you're working on American history. Here we have a great lesson plan. It gives you activity ideas, parent connections. So that's something that I really enjoy about books. Those are just a few of my favorite resources. If you'd like to see more, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.